Guys, this one starts with serious tension in the courtroom. Alicia Bone finally shows up after missing not one, but two previous hearings. The prosecutor immediately moves to revoke her bond, frustrated with the delays. But just then, her bondsman shows up and brings her in unexpectedly. The state isn't buying the timing and pushes for her to be taken into custody. Alicia's lawyer tries to push back, raising an objection. Meanwhile, the judge already looks skeptical, especially when Alicia blames hospitals and phone issues. All right, guys, we're heading to Ohio where two courtroom disasters are about to unfold. First up is a probation revocation hearing starring a guy with more excuses than sense. He spent months misbehaving in jail, being disruptive, ignoring orders, blaming everyone but himself. The judge, calm and direct. He calls out the disorder, brings up a list of rule violations, and demands accountability. This isn't counseling. This is reality. And if you can't follow rules behind bars, you're not getting sympathy in court. The excuses end here, and the consequences are just beginning. Let's get real. This guy thinks a handwritten apology letter will fix months of disrespect, aggression, and refusal to cooperate. He spins a tale of being misunderstood, treated unfairly, even picked on. But the judge has documentation. Literally, NeoAP is a second chance program, not a personal pity platform. If you can't accept feedback, follow rules, or speak respectfully, you're not healing. You're avoiding growth. And this defendant, he's full of buzzwords and avoids responsibility. The courtroom sees through it, and the judge makes it clear, grow up or face the consequences. No sugarcoating it. The defendant finally opens up. He claims mistreatment, unfair behavior, and harsh conditions. He says he's being provoked, laughed at, even handled inappropriately. But here's the thing. His own actions speak louder. Repeated disruptions, shouting, ignoring rules. It's all on record. And the judge isn't here to supervise behavior. He's documenting everything. The next incident. That's a direct path to sentencing. This isn't about injustice. It's about someone refusing to improve, and everyone can see it. All right, guys, this gets serious. The defendant expresses frustration. He says he's been mistreated, singled out, and even disrespected by staff. He says he's being ignored and provoked. His reaction, acting out. But the judge responds with clarity. Every choice leaves a record, and this defendant's track record is troubling. No one denies jail is difficult, but avoiding accountability and blaming others doesn't work here. The courtroom isn't convinced, and you can see when the judge mentally draws the line. Now we shift gears. A new defendant steps in saying he's tired of disappointing his family. He asks for a second chance, admits to addiction issues, but the charge is financial fraud, stolen documents, and illegal activity, and his explanation inconsistent. First, he says the documents came from a mailbox, then an abandoned house, then somewhere else entirely. This isn't confusion, it's manipulation. The judge notices it. The prosecution notices it, and it's falling apart right before our eyes. Let's call it what it is. A bad cover story from someone not telling the truth. This guy keeps changing his story. First one location, then another, maybe a mailbox. But once the judge reviews the file, counterfeit money, substance abuse, and stolen checks, the explanation collapses. He hesitates, stumbles, and contradicts himself. The judge isn't buying it. If you lie to law enforcement, to probation, and in court, that's not confusion. That's a pattern. And it's failing. All right, here's the turning point. The judge has heard enough. He goes through the falsehoods one by one. The defendant admits to using illegal substances, taking mail in another state, and continuing behavior here. He even admits he doesn't know who the victims were. This isn't recovery. It's repeated misconduct. And when the judge lays out the truth, the guy just shrugs. He thought he could outsmart the system. Turns out he couldn't even keep his story straight. This is the moment of truth. The judge doesn't just ask questions. He breaks the story down. He talks about the real victims, their lives disrupted. And when a defendant's father steps up to express regret, it's emotional. But even then, the defendant barely reacts. The judge calls him self-centered, says he's shown no sincere remorse. This isn't scolding, it's a wake-up call. The judge gives him one final opportunity. Whether he takes it or not, that's on him. Clip 9. All right, guys. Final word. This judge doesn't play games. He's firm, fair, and straightforward. No crying, no distractions, no excuses. He gave two men the truth they needed. One got a warning, the other a final shot. Neo-AP isn't a free pass. It's the last checkpoint before prison. And if they keep dodging the truth, they're headed straight there. Like the video. Leave a comment.